I'm irritated. But Joseph, this is one's designer. His name is Joseph McCray, and Joseph McCray, his designs are very like, wait, how do you say voluminous? They have a lot of volume. They're very big. The silhouettes are very like out there. They're very expressive. And that's just his style. Like that's his thing. Like that's his vibe. You know what I mean? And now La Roche, he is another great inspiration for me, but he's a judge on this season. But I feel like amidst the season, I feel like La Roche is very bitter towards Joseph McCray because beyond his designs being very like out there, and I think he's a great designer. I think he's a great designer. But I think on top of him being, out there, he has a very outgoing personality. He's very himself. You know what I mean? But I think La Roche comes off as a bit of a hater, calling him like conceited, you know what I mean? And that like a lot of the designers voted him off for being like the most weakest when I feel like he's the most strongest. He has the most branding. He has the most striking brand. Like you see a freaking like you see this garment and you think Joseph McCray. You know what I mean? Like it's very apparent. But like I said, La Roche becomes very bitter, and like the discourse on like TikTok and Twitter is kind of the same of like revolving around like it's like when you make it somewhere, it's you just kind of give like it's like a hazing almost. You know what I mean? It's like I went through this. I went through this kind of like the doors I had to get into weren't easy to be in, but I made it. You know what I mean? So it's like now I got to do it to you, which is like I feel that sometimes when I hear people's like good things. It's like I feel like I can like again with La Roche, I feel with Joseph McCray, it's like he's giving him his flowers. He's like, he knows he's a talented designer, but he's like, you can shine, but not too much. And I feel like that's how I've come across in some ways is that it's like, I feel like people can shine around me, but not too much. You know what I mean? Before I get out of my, and not even in like, in like an arrogant way, but more of like a self-loathing way. Like, I'm like, you can shine, but not too much before I start feeling like I don't have anything. You know what I mean? When it doesn't have to be that. That's not the case. It does not have to be that. So, yeah, I don't know. A lot of reflection, a lot of changing, a lot of growing going on. I'm in my new apartment, and it's so like, I love having my own room. But yeah, those are some thoughts. Bye.